he mentioned Ray Longo. So I think we have Ray Longo with us now. Your longtime coach is
there.
There he is.
Longo.
There he is. Come on. Are you kidding?
I got a napkin over here.
Yeah.
Before he starts going to make me cry, it's crazy because nobody knew I was retiring. None of those guys. I didn't tell Volante, Wonder Boy. Yeah, nobody knew. It just kind of was like, I'm gonna just say it on the way, and so people find out there. I told my parents, and obviously my family, but that's it.
That's it.
And Longo.
Ray, what comes to mind with this guy? What an unbelievable career. You've been such a huge part of it the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know what's funny, man? I mean, he almost didn't get in the gym. There was a guy calling me up constantly. You got to see this kid. You got to see this kid. I just wasn't interested. But, man, the first day he took it upon himself to come to the gym one night. And the first night I met him, we sat on the ring watching sparring in the octagon. Beautiful conversation. I think we hung out till like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I just automatically took a liking to this kid. And then when I saw him actually perform, I knew I had a world champion. It was pretty obvious he had, I mean, just the guts, the grit, the talent. Just having him in the gym was a big inspiration to everybody. Having him in the gym was a big inspiration to just everybody. And I mean, just thank you, buddy, for taking me, along for the ride. I think I was probably 52 when I met him, and I think he extended my life another 15 years just by keeping me going, you know what I mean? So he's just, listen, he would leave people laying on the floor in his training sessions. He was an absolute beast. Nobody could stop him. I always said an uninjured Weidman was pretty much unbeatable, and just his whole career. I mean, he gets in the UFC after 4 fights, no amateur fights, wins his next 5, beats the greatest of all time. I mean, what can you say? I mean, even getting there, that elbow he landed on Mark Munoz, the timing it took to do that. He was just an absolute phenom and an absolute pleasure to work with, and just was great, just a great friend, and I think we'll always be friends till the day we're both out of here. But I just want to say congratulations, thank you very much for everything you've done for me. You definitely elevated me in the game. I don't even think I did an interview much before him, and he just gave me the confidence to believe in myself too as a trainer. So he was very, very influential to me in a million reasons, and one of the baddest dudes I ever met, and one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. So he's got it all. He's got both sides of the spectrum. When he has to turn it on, he can, and when he has to turn it off, he can.
Thank you, Ray. I just say here we go again. I wouldn't be able to do anything without Ray. When I was a wrestler, I was talented and all that, but I never was able to accomplish my goals. I was pretty much a mental head case. Would choke under big situations, and I needed a guy who was going to really give me true confidence, and he was that guy. When I seen the belief he had in me, and it gave me the true belief in myself that I needed to become a world champion, and truly accomplish my first goal in my life. That I set out for myself. So I'm happy to, I was so blessed with him as a coach, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without him. Thank God they put us together, and I consider him, best friend for life. It's kind of weird because he's way older than me, but I see him as a best friend / dad figure, I guess. I got a great dad too, but yeah, he's he looks young, but he's old. Love you, Longo. Thank you for everything, man.
Love you too. Love you too, and just remember, Vinny's looking down, happy as a MFer for you, buddy. We lost a good one in his father-in-law. Very close. I love the guy. He was just a heart and soul of rooting for everybody on the team, and was always a huge Chris Weidman fan. And I wish he was here to share this moment with us. But that's it.
Ray, before you go, on the way out, give us punch a hole in his fucking chest, Weidman. Give me one more time. Let us have it one more time before you go, Ray.
I'll tell you, DC, I've been asked to say that. ever since I said it, and I would never do it. I would write it if somebody wanted, but I would never do it. But this is such a fucking moment for me that this guy, man, he was such an inspiration to so many fucking people, and he let them believe, and I think Aljo alluded to it, but really, if it makes you feel any better, I want you to punch a fucking hole through his chest.
That's my man. Thank you, Longo. Thank you. You're the best, man.
What a way to go out, Ray Longo. One of a kind. You mentioned your dad. You got a great one, and he's here. With your mom.
Geez.
Hey! What's up, buddy?
Is this trying to get me to cry more? Oh, good.
Yeah, that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
When you said you had a great dad, Dad started crying.
Well, I've been crying the whole time. The celebration of your life as a fighter is nothing like the life that you've already had as a man, a father, and the way you treat your nephews and your nieces, especially those that have been in trouble over the years. You and Merab have stepped up. You've used your influence to help those with cancer, with those with any kind of problem. You've always been first to help others in need. You never used your influence for evil. You always looked out for others before yourself. Not many people who have been champs can say that. I'm sure you feel like after your surgery, you have something to prove to get that belt back on your waist. Because not for yourself, but to always show others that no matter what goes on in your life, from the minor injuries to all of your major injuries to the worst injury of all time in the UFC, no one expected you to even be able to get out there and try again. You felt people were watching you, and you wanted to be that man for them. And you might feel you came short, but Chris, you are the champ. You'll always be the champ. You've influenced more people for good. When they think of you, they don't just think of you as a fighter. They try to resemble you in their own actions and fight all the time to be a better person. You do that, Chris. And you will continue doing that. And we just love you for that kind of efforts. When you had that show, because I have to listen to the end. All of a sudden, I'll be walking out there playing the music. I'll make sure I hear it to the end. Because it's about you won't back down. Now you have other goals and other life. You are already at